What is up, guys? My name is AK, back again with another YouTube video. Now, I was in custom games last night. We'd finished our scrims for the day, and I've been using the AK-47. It's the gun that I've been using, and most of the pros have been using, or certainly the sub players have been using. And I thought there has to be something different. There has to be something else we can do with this gun that isn't the generic the generic class setup, something different. So I went into a bots game and just started playing around with some of the attachments, and I came up with something that I think is pretty nasty. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the class setup and then we'll take it into a game. We're probably going to play the face-off. It's a new like 3v3 game mode. It's pretty cool. We're going to play that and then I'll show you how good the gun is. So let's jump straight into the class setup. So we have the Spetsnaz compensator for the barrel. You could probably use the muzzle brake. Normally the KGB eliminator is seen as the best, but we're not using this one because the sort of the weapon that we're focusing on is all about speed and all about the fastest aim down sight, aim moving speed. It's a really cracked gun. You're going to be absolutely cracked to use this. So that actually affects your shooting move speed. So we're not going to be using that one. But Spetsnaz or muzzle brake, if you're not a fan of the horizontal recoil sort of negative effects that one has. Then we're just running the extended barrel. Again, the VDV reinforced is sort of a bit of a better one generally, but you lose sprinting move speed and aim walking move speed, so you lose that sort of cracked speed that you get with the current setup. Then we're adding the bruiser grip, which is really like the one bit that completes this. It gives you lots of movement buffs, move speed, sprinting move speed, shooting move speed, and aim walking move speed. Like it just increases your the speed of the gun massively. Then we're adding the Grew Elastic Wrap. Now this does actually have -10 shooting move speed, but we have so much move speed given from the other things, and also you get +30 aim down sight time, which the drop shot wrap doesn't. I do pick either that or the Grew Elastic just because I like being able to drop shot, and they're the only two that offer aim while going prone. So really out of them two, despite the 10% shooting move speed negative, you get 30% aim down sight time, which really adds to how cracked it makes you feel. So yeah, that's why I've chosen that one. And then lastly, we're with the KGB skeletal stock, which gives us sprint to fire time and aim walking movement speed, which should help negate the fact that our handle takes a little bit away. So overall, really fast gun. It's going to be really cracked. You have to be really cracked to use this. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into a game of face-off and see how we do. So if you don't know, the face-off game mode is a new sort of 3v3 mode that's been added into the game, and I actually really like it. It's it's 3v3 of a variety of different game modes. Now I haven't actually played this map yet. It's called ICBM, I think, but essentially. Yeah, it's 3v3 against, well, not always the best players, which is why I like it. But yeah, you see how fast this gun, like the aim down sight time is really quick. The sprint out of like the sprint out time, so going from sprinting to having your gun up, that's also really fast. But the sliding is really fast. It's such a crack gun. Now it does lack a little bit on the recoil control compared to some of the other more commonly used variants of the AK-74u. So like the competitive class setups usually focus on quite a bit of recoil control. This one doesn't have so much in the way of that, but what it lacks in that, it certainly makes up for in fast speed and just sort of really quick snapping onto people. It works what I find really well with my dynamic legacy sort of controller setup. If you don't know what they are, they're settings. I actually made a video yesterday on my sort of the settings that I use in the game. So yeah, if you are a bit unsure about what to use, go check that out. But yeah, I use Dynamic Legacy and I find that works really well for being able to sort of like turn around and snap on people. And yeah, this class setup is definitely perfect for that. Now, as of recording this, it's actually Christmas Eve, and I have to admit, I have never felt less Christmassy in my life. But well, there's an underground bit to this map. It just goes to show I've never played this map before. But yeah, I honestly think I've never felt less Christmassy in my life, which yeah, it's a bit of a shame really. But yeah, Boris has cancelled our Christmas this year, so I am unfortunately in tier 4, which if you're someone watching from outside of England, you probably won't understand. But essentially, it means we're pretty much in lockdown for Christmas, which is very annoying. But I mean, what can we do? Gun is actually so nasty. Like I haven't actually got to use this sort of combination of attachments in like a competitive environment or a scrim yet. I'm still waiting for the chance to do that. We'll probably have to wait a few days simply because it's Christmas. No one's really scrimming at this time, which is fair enough. They want to spend time with their families, which I can understand. But yeah, so I'll probably be a few days. What I will do is once I have got a chance to throw it on in a scrim, I'll upload a gameplay or just sort of tell you how it went, because I'm actually loving it. I've really only used it in public matches and just against bots when I actually originally found the class. But yeah, it's nasty, especially when you've been playing for a good few hours. Now this is my first game on, so I'm not doing amazing. But yeah, when you've been playing for a while, when you're like really fast and cracked, as the pros would say, it's yeah, it's so much fun to use this. It just feels like you're snapping onto like everyone really. I've actually also been playing quite a bit of the Raid 24/7. If you don't know, they've now added Raid 24/7 into the game, which I'm actually really thankful for, because the previous game mode was Raid and the Pines, or whatever the other map was called, the mall map. I wasn't really a fan of that, and as much as I love playing Raid, I didn't think it was worth it to have to half of the time play the Pines game mode. So in the end, I didn't really end up playing much Raid sort of at the start. But now they've changed that, and it's Raid 24/7. That's made me a lot happier, just because, well, I mean, I love Raid, so if I get to play that, then I'm happy. Now, if I remember rightly, these 3v3 game modes, sort of like the limit that you have to get to, I think on Kill Confirmed is normally like, I think it's 65. It might be a little bit less on this. I think it's maybe 50. But the games do go a lot faster. I think if you looked at score per minute in this game mode, it's probably quite high compared to some of the others. Oh, get spun on. There we are. So, as you can see, we did pretty well there, 42 and 18. But yeah, first game on, so not as cracked as could possibly be. But it just goes to show that this class setup is valid. Now, I do want to take it into a competitive gameplay just to sort of see how it matches up when everyone else is using their sort of best class setups. But you know me, I love to challenge the meta. I love to try new things, and even if it doesn't work out in competitive, it's still a good thing to try out in pubs, especially if you really have been playing for a while when you're in the zone and you can kill people nice and quick. Be sure to give it a try, because it's a lot of fun to use. Also working our way through the prestiges quite nicely. I think we're level 95 at the moment, getting close to prestige 5 at level 100. Now, I will say the prestige 7 logo, or the little emblem, looks beautiful, so I'm working hard to get towards that. But that's about it for today's video anyway. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to drop a like and go try out this class setup. It should be a lot of fun. And yeah, if you're able to use it and you like it, be sure to drop a comment below telling me how many kills you got in your games. And yeah, I'm excited to see how well you can do. So thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to drop a like, and I'll see you all soon. Have a good one.